Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Curse of Oak Island hints of filming, trucks rolling in. Curse of Oak Island Season 12 is going to happen judging by the causeway, which was bustling with trucks. Already, big machinery went over there. And History Channel's Rick and Marty Lagina's team seemed too busy to stop for Independence Day. Curse of Oak Island hints of filming. People live in the area of Nova Scotia where Rick and Marty Lagina hunt for treasure for the History Channel. Fortunately, they keep an eye on the causeway. Photos arrive on Facebook, where the account of Oak Island from the other side of the causeway keeps fans updated on what's happening. However, there were upticks on that in new updates. One picture showed that there's now a very big pump on the island. At the end of Season 11, it became evident that drillers hit a lot of water. Perhaps Rick and Marty Lagina intend to try drilling the same area again. Other proof of experts on the island arrived via the Curse of Oak Island's metal detector, Gray Drayton, who posted some photos of the sunrise and the wildlife. Trucks rolling in over the causeway. On July 4, there was noticeable activity notching up across the causeway. It seemed that no Independence Day was celebrated. Not even on July 1, which is when Canada celebrates. The blog's admin said on Facebook. Curse of Oak Island fans started discussing the post, and some of them sounded excited about watching the next season of the History Channel show. Here are some reactions. I would love to be there and dig for Gary. You should hold a lottery of some sorts and give a fan a day on the island. Wow, what a 4th of July update. Let the speculation begin, and be sure to remember this update when we see this part of new season. Thanks, Karen. Thanks for sharing. Just curious, what would they need all that stone for? This is such a tease. Can't wait. Awesome. That means that they're getting something done. Great pictures. Thanks for the update. Oak Island or bust. Why not freeze the flood tunnels? Drilled holes in a pattern with freezing technology could also support the excavation. The sun was just beginning to peek over the horizon, casting long shadows over the still waters of the North Atlantic. The island, shrouded in morning mist, lay quiet as if it were still asleep, guarding the secrets buried deep within its soil. The soft breeze carried the salty tang of the ocean, a reminder of the countless mysteries it had witnessed over the centuries. This was Oak Island, a place where history, legend, and adventure converged in a tantalizing dance of discovery. For years, Oak Island had been the focus of one of the most enigmatic treasure hunts in history. The island, small in size but vast in lore, had captured the imagination of explorers, treasure hunters, and historians alike. From the tantalizing whispers of buried treasure to the tragic tales of lives lost in pursuit of it, Oak Island had become a symbol of human curiosity and perseverance. As the morning mist began to lift, the silence of the island was broken by the distant rumble of heavy machinery. Trucks, laden with equipment and supplies, were making their way toward the island. The gravel roads, winding through the dense forest, seemed almost alive as the tires crunched over them. To the untrained eye, this might seem like just another day of work on the island. But to those who had followed the saga of Oak Island, it was a sign. Filming was about to begin. The quiet before the storm. The arrival of the trucks was the first hint that something big was about to happen. Over the years, the treasure hunters of Oak Island had learned to recognize the signs. The island, with its long history of mysteries, had a way of speaking to those who listened. And today, it was speaking loud and clear. The trucks, emblazoned with the logos of various equipment companies, were not the only newcomers to the island. A few figures could be seen moving about, their movements purposeful yet measured. They were the crew members, the unsung heroes of the operation, who would soon be capturing every moment of the latest chapter in the Oak Island saga. As the trucks rolled in, they brought with them a sense of anticipation. The island, which had been dormant for months, was waking up. The energy was palpable, a mix of excitement and trepidation. For those who had spent years searching for the truth buried beneath the island's surface, This was the moment they had been waiting for. The legend lives on. The legend of Oak Island had been passed down through generations, each new retelling adding a layer of intrigue. Theories about what lay hidden on the island ranged from pirate treasure to religious artifacts, and even the lost works of Shakespeare. But despite the many theories, one thing remained constant: the belief that something of great value was buried on Oak Island. The island's most famous feature, the Money Pit, had been the focal point of numerous expeditions. It was here that the first signs of something unusual were discovered: layers of logs, coconut fibers, and strange symbols carved into the rock. But as the diggers went deeper, the pit seemed to swallow them whole, with floods and collapses thwarting their efforts at every turn. The curse of Oak Island was born from these misfortunes. Legend had it that 7 people had to die before the treasure could be found. Over the years, 6 lives had been claimed, adding a sense of urgency to the quest. The island, it seemed, was not ready to give up its secrets easily. But for the Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, the curse was not something to be feared. It was a challenge, a test of their resolve and determination. They had devoted years of their lives to solving the mystery of Oak Island, and they were not about to give up now. Filming begins. As the trucks came to a stop, the crew began unloading the equipment. Cameras, lights, and sound gear were carefully set up, each piece playing a crucial role in capturing the events that were about to unfold. The crew moved with the precision of a well-oiled machine, their actions honed by years of experience in the field. The production team had been preparing for this moment for months. Scripts had been written, schedules drawn up, and contingencies planned for every possible scenario. But despite all the preparation, there was still an element of unpredictability. Oak Island had a way of surprising even the most seasoned treasure hunters. Rick and Marty Lagina arrived on the scene, their faces a mix of excitement and determination. They had been here before, but each new season brought with it a renewed sense of purpose. The island was a puzzle, and they were determined to solve it. As the cameras began rolling, Rick and Marty gathered the team. There was a sense of camaraderie among them, a bond forged through years of shared triumphs and setbacks. They knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but they were ready for whatever challenges lay in their path. A new discovery. The first order of business was to inspect the latest area of interest. Over the winter months, the team had been poring over maps, documents, and data, looking for clues that might lead them to the next big discovery. And now, they had zeroed in on a new target. The site was located on the western side of the island, an area that had not been explored in great detail before. The ground was uneven, covered in a thick layer of moss and undergrowth. But beneath the surface, there were signs that something might be buried there. The team set to work, using ground-penetrating radar and other advanced technologies to scan the area. As the data came in, the excitement began to build. There were anomalies in the ground, pockets of air, strange formations that suggested the presence of man-made structures. Rick and Marty exchanged a glance. They had been here before, on the brink of discovery, only to have their hopes dashed. But this time felt different. The evidence was compelling, and the team was ready to dig.